Hey kids, comics. Silver-haired Bronze Age babe here, yakking about our comic book collection, and today it's the 2024-25 edition of Shebab's Fecal Touch when it comes to comic book investing. Yes, the Overstreet Comic Book Price Guide arrived. Look at it. I get this book every year basically these days because back in my ute, the first price guide I ever picked up when I was like 18 is this from 1979, and I've just always gotten a kick out of the guide. So when I got back into collecting a few years ago, it's like, oh, they still have this. I must get a copy. And it is really fun to read through what the so-called experts in this hobby, and particularly those who are interested, who are talking about investing. And I'll save you all, if you don't want to spend $30 to get this, I'll save you the main takeaway from all the commentary is that the COVID spike in terms of comic book sales when people had government money that they used to spend on comic books, that has collapsed. There is a correction going on, and the only things basically holding value or perhaps going up are Golden Age books. Silver Age, particularly Marvels, are just in a wee bit of a free fall, and who cares about DC Comics anyway? They barely mention them. But I went looking through this book, and as usual, I okay, now let's find out how Shebab did on the investments. And I've bookmarked some pages for you here, and we'll see how I did. All right, my first book up. This is Superboy, sorry for the glare, number 153. And this has been a longtime favorite cover of mine from Neil Adams, and a favorite book for a lengthy reason I'm not going to go into. But any event, I bought it raw, and I sent it to the CGC people several years ago because I was curious about the CGC process. And it's like, oh, 8.5, that's not bad. Okay. I paid $44 for the book. I paid them CGC $28. So I'm $72 in on this book. Let's see what the price guide says it's worth. And Superboy number where am I? 153 is I'm sorry this is taking me so long, but oh boy. Basically $37. Okay, all right. Fine. Next up is, how about a Batman? Now this has got to be at least holding value, correct, right? Again, another Neil Adams cover. I bought this high grade raw because this has always been a favorite book of mine, and I sent it to CGC probably with the same batch because, hey, I wonder what grade it would get. This came back with an 8.0. Not bad. I paid $62 for the book and $28 for CGC to grade it. So I'm in for $90 on this one. And so number 225 is, at an 8, $51. Okay, again, the Fecal Touch strikes again. Now the final thing I want to talk with you about are the mystery titles. They do talk in this book. Several of the dealers mention that mystery books, Bronze Age mystery books from DC, are really constant good sellers. And I think from the higher grade stuff, it's really hard to find them in high grade. So that's a plus. And I will say, from my experience in the last couple months of trying to thin the herd of my comic book collection, the mystery titles that I was letting go, those went very quick. People are really interested in them, really love them, and I'm thrilled with them because I think these books are just tremendous. So let's, and I would love to tell you how much I paid for these books. I don't know, but as you can tell from that beautiful spine roll, let's just give it a 2.0, shall we? So House of Mystery 179 Neil Adams, Orlando Wrightson, first pro work of Wrightson. Yeah. Hey, listen, a 2.0, $22. I'm pretty darn sure I did not pay $22 for this book. So, hey, there you go. I've actually perhaps made some money on it. But the important thing is, I don't care because I love comic books so very much, and just having them and collecting them, that's the ride for me, and that's what I really enjoy about this hobby. So thank you, Overstreet Guide, for showing me that my track record of the Fecal Touch in terms of investing continues, but I'm still a happy and thrilled comic book collector. Well, thanks so much for stopping by. I'll see you next time.